Hi, everyone. This is JaMarr Brown. I have this message going out to the entire group from the WOW organization. I wanted to first and foremost thank you for having me as your guest speaker last week. I had a tremendous time with all of you. It was a lot of fun. You were engaged, and hopefully you got a lot out of the program. What I wanted to do was first and foremost say thank you very much to all of you for being there, for being engaged, and for taking part in the program. But also I wanted to just recap a couple things that we talked about that I thought were really, really important. We talked about the 80-20 rule, which basically states that 20% of all real estate agents account for 80% of the closings. And that statistic and ratio was for all sales organizations where you have a certain number of people that account for the vast majority of the performance. And my whole thing is, how can we break that curve and get more people into that top 20% and get more people to be successful? We also talked about the sales bell curve, which showed that salespeople are pretty much grouped in every organization. You have your top performers, you have your middle of the pack, then you have your bottom performers. And what I don't like about that chart is that it doesn't take into account the fact that everybody has the ability to move up the bell curve and to be successful. And sometimes what happens when you see yourself in that 80% and not the 20%, or you see yourself in the bell curve when you're in the middle or the bottom, then the mental pressures kick in, and also the pressures from outside forces in terms of saying that you need to improve your results, sell more homes and do more things. And you can get into this tailspin of mentally feeling like you're not present, like you're not engaged. You lose your momentum, you lose your drive, and then it just leads to more challenges with being successful. And so my whole program is all about, how do you break the 80-20 rule? How do you move up the sales bell curve? And really, it's all about mindsets versus behaviors. We all know what we're supposed to do, right? But the challenge is, sometimes we feel motivated to do it, other times we don't. Or sometimes we wake up and we're like, we just don't want to do anything because we're frustrated and upset and demotivated. And I believe that everyone has a trigger inside of them, inside of their mind and their psyche, that if uncovered and unlocked, then they can unleash their true potential and really show how great each and every one of us can really be from a sales perspective. And so a couple of things we talk about to help adjust our mindsets, because the most important thing is to adjust your mindset versus your behaviors. We all know what to do, but to really not just do those things, but to be super effective and execute at a very high level, it has to come from a shift in our mindset. And so we talk about the success equation, which is your past thoughts plus your past behaviors equal your current results. So how can you adjust your results in the future to get to where you want to get to? Well, you have to change your current thoughts and change your current behaviors, and that will lead to a future result. So really keep in mind, what are your current thoughts right now? Are they helping you? Are they hurting you in terms of your performance? What are your current behaviors right now? Are they helping you? Or are they hurting you? And very simply, adjust your mindsets to the mindsets of the person and the success that you want to be, and then adjust your behaviors to have the behaviors of the person that has the success that you want it to be. Now, we also have this thing called scar tissue in sales, and that is when we have struggled, when things haven't gone well, we beat ourselves up and we build up all of this negativity internally, and it happens to each and every single one of us. So how can we remove the scar tissue and eliminate the issues in the past that are preventing us from being successful in the present? Well, you do that by understanding that you can change your history. What does that mean? You could take any past event that you looked at from a negative perspective and change it into a positive perspective. You can't change the event, but you can change your mindset about the event, which can actually change your current mental state. For example, if you had a deal that didn't happen and you thought that you were just a poor agent and you thought things were not going to work out, turn that to, what can I learn from that experience? How can I get better? How can I grow from that opportunity that didn't happen? And then apply those lessons to your reality today and let that carry forward. Now, that's one way that you can change your past so that you can have the future that you want. Because the bottom line is this: we have something called the gap, right? And that's the difference between where we are today and where we would like to be. And we did that exercise where everyone stood up and we talked about, if you have the right mindsets, take a step forward towards your goals. If you have the wrong mindsets, take a step back. Same thing with behaviors. If you have the right behaviors, take a step forward. If you have the wrong behaviors, you take a step back. And the only way to get to where you are, to where you want to be, is to do three things. Number one, look at the purpose behind why you want to achieve the things you want to achieve. What is that purpose? What is that why? And that will get you up and have you have the drive each and every single day to do the behaviors and apply the mindsets that will lead you towards that goal. Because sometimes we disconnect from our purpose and we end up just doing things and we feel like we're just sort of surviving versus thriving. And one way to change that is to plug your activities in with your purpose and let your purpose drive the energy and the drive to get you where you want to get to. Also, focus on your mindsets first and your behavior second, because before every behavior, there is a thought. And if that thought is not a thought that it should be, that is conducive with the success that you want, then it's very difficult to do the behavior. So once again, if you want to get from here to there, focus on your purpose. It starts with the mindsets, and let your mindsets drive your behaviors. I look forward to speaking with all of you soon. I know we're going to try to put together a program where I can come back and speak to the group in much more detail than that overview program that we did. But hopefully you got a lot out of this thank you video and a lot out of the program. And I sincerely thank you all very much. I look forward to seeing you all very soon. Go wow. Take care.